Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another inspiring episode here at Global CEO Magazine. Now today we are honored to be sitting down with a change maker, a trailblazing woman who has defied the odds, who has built an empire through sheer determination. She is Dr. Dilesha Perera, co-founder of Vivente, and just last year she was recognized as the overall winner at the prestigious Pratibha Shekhar Women Entrepreneurs Awards 2024, where she received 4 distinguished accolades. She won the Women Entrepreneur of the Year 2024 award along with the SARC Women Entrepreneur of the Year 2024 award. And in 2022, she was recognized as Asia's top outstanding women marketer of the year, that is for 2022, by the Asian Marketing Federation. And in 2023, she won 2 awards, the most admired marketing leader by the World Marketing Congress, and she also won the best entrepreneur of South Asia under the SME category, and that is also in 2023. Thank you very much for joining us here, Dr. Dilesha Perera. It's a pleasure to have a conversation with you. So without further ado, let's dive into her story and let's see what we can discover about about achieving excellence in leadership. Now, my very first question for you is, I think one of the reasons that people don't get into business is the risk that it involves. And you took a massive risk by transitioning, by moving into the fashion industry, because earlier you had a very successful career in the banking industry. So I'd like to ask you, like, what is the reason for this transition? And I'd of course like to ask you what motivated this shift.
Thank you for having me here. And as you very correctly said, I was a very successful banker. I was working for Standard Chartered Bank when I was moving out, and so I started my own business, which is a very risk-taking. In fact, even my parents were not favorable of moving me out of my comfort zone. However, having said that, I had a dream of becoming an entrepreneur when I was a child. So that motivated me to be an entrepreneur. And in fact, you asked, the second question was what I have learned from banking, which had helped me to sort of be an entrepreneur. The first thing is the discipline that I have, the financial discipline. And also the networking that I have gathered through the banking, and also I've been, as a senior banker, I have been to a lot of training programs. Through that I have got a lot of expertise in terms of managing staff, motivating staff, coaching them, guiding them. So that also has helped me as an entrepreneur to drive my business, to keep the staff motivation level and drive them to achieve the company goals.
Something that we're all aware is in the SME sector, especially in the fashion industry, you face a lot of disruptions, may it be supply chain disruptions, from that to financial challenges, you go through a lot of disruptions. So what were the biggest challenges that you faced while you're building the brand? And of course, we'd like to know how you navigated them.
Okay. So basically, when I moved out from banking, and when I was doing the business in fashion industry, we were working with top retail chains in Sri Lanka as a wholesaler. So basically, every year the margins were getting shrunk, and our orders were depending on their movement. We had challenges in terms of giving orders to our factories. So basically, we are Vivente is a social entrepreneur. So there is a micro manufacturer, a set of micro manufacturers who are working with us for some time. So we need to continuously give them orders. So that was a huge challenge, and it was also affecting our working capital. So to overcome that challenge, Vivente coming into retail was our solution. So that's why we introduced the retail brand as La Vivente, which is an Italian name, which means the living, because we are giving a living to our micro manufacturers. We guarantee them a market, and we also empower them in terms of financially to sort of set up their business. As a social entrepreneur, we have developed a set of micro entrepreneurs. So as a brand, we have helped small people to develop their own business, where we have empowered them in terms of giving capital for them to start their own business, and we guaranteed them a market. We also guide them in terms of quality as well as on bookkeeping, etc., to continuously sustainably conduct their business.
The concept that you had in mind when you named your brand La Vivente, which means living, I think that really showcases the vision you had for your brand. So definitely your vision and leadership has helped La Vivente earn many prestigious awards. So I'd like to ask you, what are the principles or what is the philosophy that you swear by when it comes to brand building and when it comes to leadership?
Yes, brand is not just a logo. The La Vivente is a purpose-driven brand where we empower and we try to elevate the livelihood of people. So basically, when we built La Vivente, we had a couple of brand values, the trustworthiness, and then we want to bring out the local contemporary traits, especially Sri Lankan culture. If you look at La Vivente clothing, we are more cultural bounded clothing brand. So basically, that was the identity La Vivente had from the beginning. And also, as I very correctly said, it's a purpose-driven brand. We do lots of things behind in the backstage, which we don't talk much, but there's so much that we do. And in terms of when it comes to leadership, actually, it's always. I would like to say I try to set myself as an example to my staff, and honoring their sort of valuing their ideas, and innovations are key when it comes to La Vivente, especially when you are in a fashion industry. Innovations are number one, because the industry is changing very frequently, and there are international trends, and also you need to consider about the local trends. So with all that, there's so much innovation which is going on. So yeah, those are the areas that we are really looking at.
You had a fantastic career in the banking sector, and now that you transitioned into the fashion industry, you're making waves in this sector as well. So I'm very interested to know, what is the best advice that you have received, and of course I'd like to know how it has shaped your decision making process.
Actually, I always, the best advice that I have received is not to look at the short term, to look at the long term. When it comes to, whether it's business or relationships or personal life, you need to look at the long term perspective, and based on that, you can make a right decision. So that has actually shaped me to make rational decisions and take very right decisions at right times in my career as well as in my personal life.
And I think this answer that you gave, it really suits my next question for you as well, which is, as an advocate for SME growth in Sri Lanka, what are some key initiatives or policy changes that you believe would benefit small businesses? And I think looking at the long term would really benefit them as well. So what else do you think, or what other policy changes or initiatives do you think would benefit them?
Yes, for the SME sector, there are so many challenges. So basically, right now in the fashion industry, one of the major challenges that we have is that there are international brands which has come to Sri Lanka, which is offering products at very cheaper prices, especially brands like Timu, Shreen and all. The prices are way too low, and they are giving discounts and things like that. It is coming from China without having any taxes or anything like that, and they play through the loopholes that have in Sri Lanka. This has a major risk to SME sector across the board, not only to the fashion industry but to the other industries as well. Especially like this, they offer entire product range at a very minimal price, whereas we get down the fabric from China, we get down accessories from China, where we can't compete with those brands. So other countries, they have looked at this is one of the very current hurdles that we have in the industry, so that's why I'm addressing it now. So other countries, they are looking at sometimes curtailing this sites and promoting it in locally. So basically, this is a major threat to SME across the board, not only fashion industry. So these are the things that the government should look at, and government also should look at SME sector, because SME sector is the backbone of the country, which the contribution is over 50%, approximately about 53% to the national economy. So they really need to look at the areas where SMEs can be empowered and address it ASAP, because that's in the long run, SME can make a huge impact to the economic development of Sri Lanka.
With that, we come to the end of yet another insightful conversation here at Global CEO Magazine. Thank you very much, Dr. Dilesha Perera, for joining us here today. It is such a pleasure to have this productive conversation with you, and all the very best for your future ventures. So thank you very much for watching Global CEO Magazine. We will see you again with another exclusive conversation like this.